Maybe you can hear me. I don't know. Can anybody hear me? I'm just checking. Marcelo Munoz, Carla. Hey, Carla, how you doing? Parkway. Hey, we'd like to maybe get you on the air if you'd like sometime. Dougal Solo. Judy Wheeler. All right. Uh, this is not a scheduled stream. We're waiting on a friend to get a mic check for morning tracker talks, and we just want to check his audio and video. And so I had to open it up. I didn't know if I had it on private, if he could come into the room after that. So I'm holding this open right now. And then I started doing some other things, and I forgot I was on the air, and I had to turn back around, and then the trackeree almost walked over, and she was taking a nap, and her hair wasn't. Okay, it looked like we came from the field. I said it came more or less like we came from the field. How was that? No, no, no. We look good coming back from the field. You're right. You're right. So everybody told me to stop. Paramedic, it says maybe your sound card in your. Oh, actually, it's not mine. If y'all can hear me good, let me know. But it's actually. Oh, okay. Hey, actually, let's do. Since we're doing a mic check, and I'm going to talk about this part. Sometimes when I'm talking, I always feel like I'm in front of a classroom or something. I gotta, talk a little further. But so what we can do to help me test out this mic and everything until our friend gets here, which is Tennessee, Tracker L, Team Tracker L. Someone can click on that link and let's talk in here just real quick. That way I can test this, test that. Make sure it's not us. And they've been having trouble with their uh, microphone and audio. I mean, audio and uh, video, I guess. So, hey, but great hearing from you, paramedic. Nisi Herrera. Hi, hi. Oklahoma Adventures. Hola, ¿cómo está? I look down and there's 11 people in the room. So, somebody click on that link I just posted. Let's make sure this is not my end. But StreamYard has been messing up quite a bit. StreamYard has been messing up quite a bit. Um, But if not, I'm drinking some coffee and I'm just waiting on a friend to test the audio and the visual. So if anybody wants to come on, hey, Pyromedic, I think we got that picture of yours. Lupita says, hello, Mr. Jerry. Hello, Ella. The Trita, Capita. Good night, nothing. Tita, Tita. See, Lupita is Tita. So, can everyone hear me well? Can you hear me on that tracker E? Do you have your audio up? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Okay.
There's a lot of, you can hear that in it. I wouldn't say you can hear it.
It may be the echo because of
background noise.
that volume. Maybe the echo of just yours. Maybe staticky. I don't know. Does anybody else hear static? Static. And if you do, is it bearable? Can we work through it? And how do I sound from this distance? Am I okay from this distance? Because I know when I'm right here, it's really clear. But I need to know if this is clear enough for people so I don't have to talk right here. Like a DJ. So I'm going to message my friend again, one of our trackers. Let him know we are on air. I've been on air waiting. Okay, I'll send a message. Let him know that we are on air and waiting for him. Oklahoma Adventures, I sent a bunch of okay, I'm that was the stone totem. If you can hear me. I'm sure you can. Let me see if I got that. That because we have a totem also, and Tracker S uh, got that for us before people had just threw it on the wood pile. They didn't know what it was. Yeah, if we could, is it in here or do we put it up? We put it up here. Looking for but I was going to show you a couple of things and Pyro. Hey, Pyromedic, if you got just a second, it's going to take us a second. Tracker's got her phone, and with those pictures, unless you could send those to me real fast on through Facebook Messenger. Oh, if we don't. But Pyro, this is the same thing as what you have. You have, but yours is stone. This is hardwood, but it's the same thing. Oh, thank you so much. But it's the same thing. Um, it's a totem, and people would use those. They would make a garden for the predators to basically beg them to let them keep their food, and that this food was in. So they would build one over there, and with that totem that we just showed you, that they would burn things in there to let the Bigfoots know you can come get your half of the food or whatever. Bigfoots, they don't make cakes, you know. A friend of ours said that. And we'll show it in just a second, Pyro. Muy con gran amigos. ¿Cómo está? México. Yo, Transductor. Let me check. I got something on Facebook, and that's where I sent the message. He's not on yet. So, who can we get to come on here to help check this? Hey, great. Do you have those? Oh, give me a second. Oh, go ahead and send that. Do we still have Pyro's through the phone message? Those photos. I know we have them, and I have them on the computer. I just can't think of how they're listed. But yeah, though I think it was 3 or 4 photos that you had. Okay. Maybe check them signal. Maybe through there. But if we do, we'll discuss that. We want to show you a couple things in the photos and the images that you sent too, and show you how or why that totem is the way it is. Marguerite, Kibler Mora. Hola, ¿cómo está? Waving back. Okay, looks like we got some. Yes, okay. Everyone give us a second. Did you find them? Uh, oh, I see what you said. Okay. Let me. I'm going to download this real fast. Now, do you also have those other 2 photos, or there was like about 5 photos, kind of like a blurry. You know what I'm talking about. They had, you could see the translucent ones on the side, the way they were stacked up. And if you have those, Pyro, can you send those too? It was with those same pictures that you have, because they work together to explain what we're talking about. Hello, Mary. Mary Stoughton is in the room. How are y'all doing? Bernice Dubois. Hola, ¿cómo está? Let's see. Yatehe. Good to see you, Mary. Mary, Friday, we can't wait to see what you're going to bring to the table again. Huh? Yeah, hey, Bernice, if you'd like to come on, or Mary, or Judy, anybody, Pyro, and but we're going to be discussing real fast. We're waiting on Tennessee to get here, and so we can. Pyro, that was the ones we're talking about are the ones that were like the translucent ones. They're by the tree. You sent them all together last time, but you actually sent the same photos that we're downloading, and we're going to show those in just a second. Amazing find, and maybe in the comments you can you can explain where you found them and what you was doing, and because all of that's interesting. I mean, not interesting. It's important actually. I don't want to downplay that. This find is important. And I was just kind of wanting to ask you a couple of questions, or maybe you could come on real fast. Let me see if I can put that link in there again. And that link, we're using it to test. We're waiting on Team L to show up. Maybe they're having lunch. Are they 2 hours ahead or an hour back, or what are they? I think they're an hour behind us or something. Now, this totem is from Pyromedic. And Pyromedic is on here tonight. Longtime friend. We met. Let me get that off for just a second. I was just going to say that I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, no. Pyromedic. We met at the Falk, Arkansas Bigfoot Festival. Tracker E and myself. That was our first vending, and we took all this stuff, to the vending. Oh, thank you, Pyromedic. Thank you. So we took all this, the prints, the casts, samples of everything, plus the Bigfoot DVD. Don't forget the Bigfoot DVD. Judy Wheeler. Matter of fact, I'm glad you showed up tonight. Judy Wheeler, one of our trackers wants to send you a DVD that they have extra. They had 2 of them. Tennessee, Kentucky Bigfoot. Here is your link. We're waiting on you. You're the star guest tonight. We're here waiting and everyone here is waiting. But we also, hey, while you're here, we could also be talking about Mr. L's here. Good. All right, everybody. And this is one of the photos from Pyromedic who sent that to us. We'll be discussing those in just a minute. You're going to want to stay here and be a part of that and learn what we're talking about here. And you'll understand a few more things of what we're helping people. Hey.
What's my name?
Let me get this photo off real fast.
Siri means 20 people.
No, what I was doing was I was waiting for you because I didn't know if you could get in once I put private up.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm just laughing at you, man.
So I would just leave it open till you got here, and then we could go to private if you like. But
Yeah,
now
no,
we got a lot of people watching. So
oh, they turned the light on. I'm pointing the camera the wrong way. Sorry.
There you go. So
yeah, we were going back and forth on Messenger, and I forgot about you. I started watching something else, and then I thought, oh no, there he is. And I go in, I see all these people in chat, and I go, boy, Jerry's private meetings are.
got 50 people in private chat.
Yeah. I'm like, boy, he's got the biggest private meeting.
We're like, don't tell nobody. Jackie, I think she's gonna make it over here. That's actually helps us out too because now we can test both both headphone sets, and we're trying to talk about the distance. If we're still being able to be heard.
Yeah. Yeah, and everything looks good over here. I hear you good. The video's working.
Well, you know why, don't you?
Yeah, because we're not talking about anything. Yeah, do not talk about nothing, and we'll be fine.
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, as
You
long as
know,
we don't
if we just do this, man, we got clear audio.
Exactly.
You know, visual is great.
Yep.
So the calendar that we was talking about today. Today is if we talk about nothing or the color of the Coke can or Mars bean pie.
Yep.
I think it's also keywords with us.
Yeah.
They know we're about to ramp up.
Right. Yeah, I think I left your comment, I'm not sure, but yeah, the video and audio, you got that worked out real good. You got great audio and that mic's doing great. So it's great to see that get worked out.
Yeah, it costs us $30 on Amazon.
Wow. Yeah, it's got a good.
Actually 40 because then you have to buy a little adapter.
Plug it up. Yeah, the $10 adapter.
And then you have to buy another adapter to get both headphones to work with it. And then we've been nickel and dimes pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I was playing on my phone. I looked over and I seen the listing live private. And I go, oh, Jerry's running. I clicked in there and I looked. I was like, look at all the chat. I was like, this is amazing, Jerry.
Right.
I couldn't believe it.
Hey, I hear Matthew back there.
Yeah. Here, look, point over here.
Oh.
I hear you say that.
He said him over there with his cats.
I got my cat right
He got one cat there. He got one cat behind him.
This one, that one. You just like throw this one around.
That's his dog.
This one's my dog. You can hold it upside down. The cat doesn't care. This is the little piggy.
The little piggy.
The little piggy cat. The other one.
The piggy cat. How's Duty doing?
Dude.
How's Duty?
Let me unplug my phone.
Where's Duty at?
There he is.
Duty.
How does Dudu like the cats?
Yeah, he's worse than the cat. He's
Well, I was gonna say, Dudu. Hey, Dudu.
Bigfoot stories.
Take it away. Tail.
You remember us, Dudu? Remember us? Yeah, all right. You want to go track it, Dudu? Want to go track it?
Yeah,
All right, we'll go. Yeah. Well, all right, we'll go with you. Lead the way.
Yeah. Say we'll go. They say it's.
Good to see him. Good to see him.
Hello, guys.
Hey, Tina. How you doing?
Doing good. Doing better.
Good to see you.
Doing really
Wow, good. Yeah,
We knew you would be.
We knew you would be. We got faith in y'all. We trust y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of prayers.
Yep.
Yeah, we're doing pretty good. Matthew had a strange one happen. He had a couple weeks ago. He had was it a dream?
Yeah, vision dream.
He had a dream or vision that one of his friends got shot. And then that Monday, he's going to call him and tell him to be careful. And then he kind of heard from his friend, like, say something like, what did he say?
Well, if you protect my spirit side, then I'll go for it. Like he's just going to go. He knew he had to do it, and there's no stopping him of doing it. because it was something that went down, and he had to go out there and take care of business. And felt like me and him felt like he's gonna get shot, you know. So I just asked the Lord to guide the bullets, not to harm him where he can't heal, you know. And he got shot 5 times, but he's healing and he's alive. He's doing okay, you know. He got shot 5 times. He's not doing great, but he's alive, so that's amazing. So he's
Yeah. So I mean, that was 2 weeks ago, and I think
Hey.
he got shot. Yeah, he got
Hey.
shot. He actually did get shot, and he got shot in the shoulder, two
four times
shoulders,
in the chest area,
4 times in the chest,
and 1 in the leg.
1 in the leg, and but it didn't hit nothing. But
You
that's
know,
like right.
you know, we there's that verse about friends' prayers. What was that one? You were healed by your friends' prayers, or you were
Well, the
protected?
story about it's your friend's faith. The story, he's talking about the story where they lowered the friend through the roof to get to Jesus to be healed. It was the friend's faith that healed him.
Yeah. So your friend may not have. I mean, you knew. So you, and Jesus put those. Even though it was going to happen, the situation, just like Charles, who just missed that rail, it was, and your prayers and your faith and your strength, you were heard. Truth people are heard. You're connected. So you're what you say, what you need is going to be done.
Thank you for praying for your friend.
And thank you for praying for your friend.
I learned it from y'all.
He says he learned.
Yeah.
He we watched the video you put out. I watched most of it, and then I still ain't got to watch the whole thing. But he got to watch it the other night, and yeah, we appreciate you guys, and appreciate all the people praying for us. I've got Scott, Mr. L. I don't know how many people have talked to us personally. So
Yeah.
we appreciate all the people that's been supporting us over the week or so.
Yeah.
You know,
It helps a lot.
yeah, it's been it's amazing to see people come out like they do.
People of the same caliber as you guys.
Yeah, good people. Got a lot of good people. You guys kind of attract the good people.
They're collective. We all do.
We're all gathering together.
We talk about that here too. You know, we can see the quality of the people that are here. You can see it in the chat. You can see just the good character of them. We're proud
Hey,
of that.
on your test here, one thing I'm thinking about is when you in your meetings, what maybe the problem is when you got all the people. It seems maybe that's bogs it down. I don't know if you can just bring one person behind stage up, because see, we're just 2 of us right now, so I don't know if it makes a difference. But if we're having a meeting and you got 5, 6 people in it, and if it starts bogging down, maybe move people off stage, and then
You wanna
have
see
one
if we
person
can get-
talk.
You want to see if we can get 5 or 6 people on here real fast and
You can
bog
see
it
how,
see if we can bog it down.
yeah, and see how that
I
works.
think most of the people might not even mind just sitting there staring at the camera,
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
muting
I
everyone
wouldn't
off.
mind
Yeah.
being behind stage, because then I know I can pick my nose or something.
All right.
Yeah, we know.
Oops. I'm on stage. I've been doing that since 1920. I did that in the 1991 video in Ballagashire, Turkey, the exact same video. I've still got that on my videos.
Picking your nose.
Picking my nose. There's a video out there of me in 1991
Oh, no.
doing the same thing.
We saw that you shared about the invisibility shield today. Are you guys thinking about making one?
No, I saw that, and that's pretty good stuff.
I got one piece
Yeah.
of material big enough.
Yeah, Matthew says he's got one piece of the material, but it's not big enough. But yeah, that's interesting, ain't it?
Sure is.
Shit, I was thinking if we could make like a whole bunch of them. You know, you can have your own truck, or we can leave people out there. You know, like by the vehicle or something, all camoed up. I mean, with that invisibility,
Right.
and watch how they're gonna set up the traps whenever we go track and come back. That your car's a trap. You know, we can set something up, cameras, even cameras. I don't know if it's worth that because you actually see through it.
Mm-hmm.
And they pick up on that. But
Yeah, it's interesting. There's a lot of tricks.
yeah, yeah.
You're gonna invite more people in?
Yeah, I did, but
No one
Mr.
does.
L, the PETA,
Yeah.
Paramedic.
Pyromedic is waiting for a better signal.
the paramedic is? Okay. Hey, all right. Judy Wheeler, we do need your address. Tracker A wants to send you a DVD.
He went private.
You have that?
That's what I'm proud of you.
No, it went private. And I looked into the chat, and they were waiting for us. I mean, what the other people do.
Oh, yeah, Donaldson wants to send you one. Parkway, we need to have you on here also. Grandma Rose, Juan Garcia, anybody, let's
Hello, everyone.
Tracker B, let's get on here if you can. Pyro, thank you. Anyone else? We need some more people. We need to bog this system down, see if that's a problem.
See how many-
Or if it's just what we shared, everybody. Maybe it's just our content. Yeah, Pyro's trying. Hey, I see a light out there, Pyro. Is that you?
Yep. Can you hear me?
Are you on night?
Perfectly.
Are you on night maneuvers or what you doing?
I had to come to the lake over the hill from where I live. I'm sitting on Lake Hudson out here now. Let me turn this inside light on for a second.
What are you doing out there at night time?
Yeah, what are you doing out there at night? Most of us in the
Well, it's kind of a lover's lane area, maybe.
You, okay. You're with some.
I think I.
Never mind.
Never mind.
Yeah.
So you're saying exactly the sort of situation we warned about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
spot
probably
where
so.
everybody goes.
I got about 100 yards to the tree line, and so I'm pretty good right now.
Yeah, we know you're very
Yeah, we know. But normal people, we would be worried about.
right.
Let's see, Judy Wheeler, you want to come on? Mr. L. Somebody, let's
Nope.
bog it down.
Yeah, you can't see me.
There
PETA,
it is.
we got you. Hey, let's check out your photos real fast.
Yeah.
Let me get these last ones loaded.
Do you see any evidence of activity out there today?
Where you're at?
Myself or
Yes.
The blinds, the brakes, or
no. It's mushroom hunting season now though, so I'll have an eye out. I found that good track, that 3-toe track here last deer season that I wasn't expecting to find, and another trapper in this area found a perfect 5-toe 18-inch track. So it's active still around here.
did it look like this one? I want to show this one we got this weekend. Check this one out real fast. Is there anything like that?
Slide my seeing spectacles up close here.
Okay.
Wow, that big.
3-footer.
That's a big one.
I saw the exact.
What's that? 3-toe. Yeah, we saw the same one up there in
See?
Kentucky, 3-toe like that.
That's the one that.
Oh wow.
But Matthew got all
That's it.
excited about
That
it.
is it. That's it.
That was it. First time we saw one, I told him he was crazy. I said, "Ain't no ostriches up here." Me and Matthew, I was like, "I don't care."
Yeah,
At that time, there's no three-toe things.
Yeah, this one doesn't look like a turkey track. It's a big toe the size of a tennis ball, and then a middle toe, and then a side toe, all spread apart. It's not. I mean, it's a foot, a perfect foot, and then those three toes on top.
Okay, how about this one? How about this one?
No.
Okay.
I'll have to. It's in the gravel. I'll have to send it to you. Maybe you can show it another time. If I have to get out here to find it, I'll lose you and have to come back in probably. But
Yeah, I see. Hey, let's talk about this. So give me 1 second. Pyro, Jim, is it? Let me get this up. So how is your audio still, Jim? Good?
Yeah, everything's great because as long as we don't talk about anything, there are certain topics we can't talk about. But yeah,
I know.
You know.
What I'm thinking is we're starting to get into that.
So let's test that too.
So
yeah, y'all
Yeah, but
sound
right
a little distant to me. Jim sounds clear. Y'all sound just a little distant, but other than
okay.
that,
How about now? What if we speak up?
that's better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now
You hide
I
behind
wanna.
that mic, it makes you kind of look like a creeper, though.
I know you gotta get way out here.
Yeah.
We could actually be a DJ now. DJ voice. 1, 2, 3. All right, there's Parkway. Parkway's gonna help us out tonight.
right. We got more coming.
I bet I look like a creeper out here by myself and at the lake.
On live stream.
What were you? Are you planning on coming in anytime soon, Pyro?
Coming in to where?
Coming in, going home. Yeah, getting into the light. Yeah.
Oh no.
What are you gonna do? Stay out there? Are you camping?
No. I just don't have good signal. I live in the first holla in the Ozark foothills of the Ozarks here. We got the Great Plains I'm looking at to my west, and right behind me is the foothills of the Ozarks, where they go into Oklahoma, the edge of Oklahoma into Arkansas.
But you're in your vehicle, right?
Yeah, I'm in my vehicle.
Okay.
Yep, I can step out. It's a little windy here, so you might get too much wind noise.
No. Stay in there and stay safe.
Yeah.
Pyro,
I keep the armor of God shined up around me. So
we know, and that's this group. Everybody here they know.
yeah.
But what about Parkway? Parkway, are you there? Can you speak? Can we?
Yeah, how's the audio?
Wow, that's good audio. Can everybody hear him well?
I can hear them good.
Hey, everybody.
How's my audio?
Sound good?
Yours is good.
Okay. Just can't see me in the dark.
On our side, that could be it.
I've got my camera lenses covered up.
Oh, everything's good. We just need the audio, and we're just trying to bog it down. And anybody who wants to come on, you can also do the same. You can cover the lens if you want to. Everybody's just off work and things like that. So we're just trying to bog this down to see if we can mess the audio up, or maybe it's the content. Well, I'm sure it's the content and everything that we share to everybody and our groups talk about, and even in the comments, that we start getting, when people start talking about certain things, we start getting audio interference. So we're just trying to bog it down tonight. So anybody wants to come on, you can cover your lens, whatever. We just need to try to bog this down, help us out.
And if we announce a live stream too early, when we come on very quickly, the sound seems to be okay.
All right, Jim, how's your audio? Sounds like, looks like you froze, Jim.
He's muted. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Jim, we can't hear you. Parkway, are you there?
Yeah, contact.
Jim muted somehow. Yeah, his lips are moving. He's talking away, and he doesn't realize he's muted, I think.
We can't hear you, Jim. Tennessee, we can't hear you.
He was telling a good one, too. Oh,
I just said we're starting to get into this stuff, and all of a sudden,
he was telling a good one with his hands, even.
yeah, we actually need both of y'all on here also if y'all would like to come on as guests and share things that are happening in your area. I know we got that 3-toe with you, and I know we have that one, but just not with us right now. It's on the computer, that print you sent us with the shell, Pyro.
With the shell, yeah. Oh, the arrowhead.
And yeah, oh, the arrowhead, yeah. And also, Parkway, you got some interesting things going. Well, you got some Bigfoot activity going on in your area, and would also like to possibly have you on and come talk about your area and what's going on, because you're showing a lot of good video and a lot of traps, spikes, and things like that.
Yeah, it won't be no problem.
And your friend also, he's got some videos. It's escaping me. Both names start with an S, and Sasquatch is in his name. Saw him on your channel.
Yeah.
But he's got some good videos too, and it seems like y'all are tracking in the same areas.
No,
Oh, okay.
I think he's
Parkway,
in Canada.
is that reference to the Blue Ridge Parkway?
Yes, I'm right by I'm in Northwest North Carolina. I'm in between the Appalachian and Mountains to Sea Trail. But yeah, I'm
Okay.
close to the Blue Ridge Parkway.
Yeah.
It's a long, skinny park. It's also where
No, go ahead.
Yeah,
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
and there's always fresh water flowing 2 ways.
Yeah.
It's a spine. I'm kind of in that middle. But yeah, I've got there's activity around me, definitely. And they have been for 4 or 5 years, best I could tell. Always been here, just didn't see it.
Is
But
that by the Warriors Trail?
I'm not familiar with that.
Oh, it's
So-
part of the Blue Wave Parkway. Are you close to the Smoky Mountains, North Carolina, Cherokee?
Pretty close, yeah. It's a couple hours. I'm in the Boone region, Appalachian State University, Northwest
Okay.
North Carolina. I'm really close to Tennessee and Virginia, right there.
Okay.
Right there.
You guys subscribe to Parkway's channel. It's really good. It's worth subscribing to. Tennessee's also.
And Tennessee just got linked off again.
He said he was not muted, and he was laughing because he knows that he's been silenced again.
Yeah.
Hmm.
We didn't have it muted. We don't have anybody muted. We're trying to bog this down, but he'll be right back. I know he's rebooting. And if you knew Tennessee like we do, he may actually change out the hard drive in his computer, put a new one in, format that, and then come back in.
Yeah.
Jeanette, can you hear us?
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah.
Well, she sounds good
Hello.
too.
Sure does. Sure does.
And thank you for helping us tonight.
Yeah. Well, I thought I missed something. I looked on there and seen you guys going, and I'm going, What is this? When was this supposed to be on?
Like,
This was supposed to be a short, private video audio test, but this has worked out great.
yeah.
This has worked out
oh,
even
good.
better. To have everyone in here and to be able to test.
Oh, good.
When
Thought I-
Tennessee was, go ahead.
Yeah, I was hearing him talk, and I'm thinking, oh man, I'm gonna miss all this. Well,
Jeanette,
he'll probably be
put
right back.
out- Did you put out the video with the spider, right? The giant spider being?
Oh, I'm not sure. I put out so much stuff. I don't have anybody that comments on it, so I don't really. You guys do a little bit. Nobody else does.
Okay. Well, Angel Isaac did too, and I was thinking that we both had, but I shared it on the. We shared it on the Trucker E page, and
Oh, good.
very, very interesting. Very creepy.
It's definitely helping people connect the dots.
Yes.
Okay, how you doing, Jim? You got some audio, everything?
Yeah, I traded phones. I was on an iPhone, and now I'm on a what is this? Samsung. So we'll try this Samsung. See if it's phone related.
Well, as soon as you went off, we were talking about how you may change out the hard drive, you may reboot,
Did you hear that?
reprogram, and then put it all back together, whole new computer, and then come back. And the reason I know that is because I've seen him, or I
Yeah,
know
I'm gonna do
he's done
smoke
that.
signals.
Yeah.
You'll be one of those people that just has all the cue cards that you hold up.
Oh, somebody else. Oh, that
Yeah,
was you.
yeah, that's what I'm getting.
You're
Yeah, that's how I
video
do it now. Yeah, give me. Yeah, I'm gonna use sign language. Sign language.
Yeah, you mark this right here.
Could it have any things to do also with the time of day that we do the streams? The tracker one in the morning sometimes is busier time. Does that make a difference in this sort of thing?
Uh-oh. Somebody's getting out of the truck.
He doesn't miss a thing.
You get this widescreen, maybe it's kind of a little box.
Hello to each of you in the chat.
Okay.
Did you want a little background on those pictures, the masks?
Yeah.
Night.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
Okay. That first one you had up there, you see how big that is. How much would you imagine that first one weighs? If it was limestone, something that size I would figure, 50, 80 pounds maybe. I've held this.
Is that somebody's foot down there?
This weighs less than 10 pounds, this whole rock. Yeah, that's somebody's foot.
Really?
Yeah, it's a volcanic rock, they said. That was found in the Choctaw Nation there on the Arkansas-Oklahoma border on Choctaw land. So, and this one there, that was in Arkansas a little ways. And the story has a little bit of the story up there, I think. It's something similar. You're saying the totems, whatever. But that was, it's dated that back 500 years, I think, on this one. That's on some of the Facebook. They don't have an age for this one because you can't age rock or carbonate rock. They say you got to carbonate the stuff around it, the dirt and stuff like that. But they're thinking this was pretty ancient. And the Choctaws, I'm not sure, had a mask like that. They could have been back that long ago. They weren't here that long ago. It was the Indians before us. Before the removal. Many hundreds of years, I believe. If this was brought, the Cherokee had the story where they come up from South America And, Aztecs followed with them, before they settled on the East Coast. We're all up and through the Arizona and up to Michigan, and then back down to where we were there when Columbus arrived. But it kind of looks like some, Aztec influence to that, and the mound cities and stuff in there, and across the South and stuff was also Aztec, some of those. So just something interesting. But
It sure is. It reminds me of all the small stones that there's an archaeology channel. We'll try to find a link and we'll share it soon.
Yeah.
Do you know the one I'm talking about? Just like Hillbilly Archaeologist or something like that is his name, but he's got a huge collection of small stones that look almost identical to those.
Yep. And there's a channel, Media Palace, Eric, down in Texas, around the Brushy Creek area. He's found a few stones and carved in. He's going to have a show on those pretty soon. He's got a picture of that first one I sent. I think maybe both of them, where he's found heads in the actual boulders there, and that's going to be pretty interesting. It's a real good channel.
I was going to show you something real fast about the totems.
Yeah.
You see this one on the hood of the car?
Yeah, I think that's kind of imposed on that. I don't think it'd balance on that, but maybe for
okay.
Something.
Yeah. Okay.
It looks
so this one is the original one. Now, this other photo that you sent in, where with the translucence right here.
Yes.
Now, let's see if I can. You see the one? I got to point the other way.
If you can zoom in on those three, they change like position and form a little bit. I took those with my cell phone while watching the video because I couldn't see. There was a guy in southern Oklahoma that was filming that hillside there, and he said, "I can see something moving down there." And I was taking pictures of it and cropping them or zooming them in on my phone. And he can't reproduce this. I've sent them to him, and he's like, "Is that my video?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's right there where you've seen that move. I saw some color down there, and I saw it move too." And I started taking pictures of zooming it in, and those translucents came through on my phone while doing that. So that's what is down there. He could see moving on his video was the lower one, and it seemed to be solid. And the others that looked like a Greek head or whatever that came through, just off of my phone. So that video is still out there, and I've done it and got similar results, but nothing like I did that day when I was screenshotting those when it was playing. So,
do you see? Well, of course you do. The one with the mouth that's open, or the mouth that's kind of on the very bottom, flat like that.
Yes.
Okay, and the one that's kind of up high with the dark eyes. About it. Well, now the one that's in the middle. You see that little one that's in the middle?
Uh-huh.
That's just looking over the top of the other one.
Yep. I could make out the eyes.
This is what that totem represents. The way they stand, that's what you would see them as. And some of them are upside down. Some of them are. They're saying that there's multiple. There's going to be multiple. It's not. You're going to see the translucents like you did. You're going to see them. And you're going to see them up like that. But to someone else, you would carve it like that.
Yeah.
Because of the look. You're like, there's more than one eyes, but it looks like their face is over there. And even if you look at it from the side, I don't know who has this, but if they look at it from the side, it's going to be another face, and the other side is going to be another face. Only the bottom won't be that way unless, it's just a big multi-face one representing that it's just multi-face. But a lot of them will have a base on the bottom to like sitting on the stone or sitting on a fence or sitting on a mound or something.
Yeah, and you can see where the bottom that's kind of jagged, it's broken off right there. But they said there used to be maybe a body there, or there on the chin area. There was more to it at one time. But this was found about 10 foot in in a creek bed in the dirt, 10 feet under. So that had been there for several hundred years to accumulate that much dirt and grass above this. It flooded, and this was sticking out of the dirt.
Yeah, in some of the Choctaw paintings, they have a fish painted on the side of their house or hut at that time, and the people at the Choctaw Nation think it's a decoration, but I keep telling them that's a flood line. That's a catastrophe. This water will go up to this point. That's why that fish is painted right there. But like you're saying, it's years and hundreds of years of a catastrophe that happened, or they buried it because another tribe in Long Island asked me to decipher a stone similar to this. It's different, but it had the same meaning, and they said they was going to rebury it instead of sharing it with everybody. And I said, but this is talking about a catastrophe that happened, and that it's still here, that these things are still here, they're still feeding. But he wanted to cover that up and everything, and I was like, well, I guess we got to just have our own talk show, I guess.
No.
But yeah, you got a great. Let me get this comment thing off real fast, so we can see those translucents better. But let's see. You got.
If you could scrub back to go back to the other two that came with that, you can see the nostrils on that solid one change even. At one time, it becomes crystal clear, and it looks like it has 4 nostrils on the side of its nose. I can zoom in on my phone. I don't know if you can do it on your computer. You may have to, people may have to screenshot this and then zoom in on it. And the next one, it's a little different, and the one before that's a little different still. But this was maybe out of 20 screenshots. I caught those little changes there. But when you zoom way in on them, the faces actually change and kind of turn to the side even. It's weird. Yeah.
But that is a great catcher. Where was that at?
That was right above the Red River. I forget the guy's name now, but he had a channel there just for a few months, and then stopped putting out material. Kind of shortly after I showed him this stuff, he was looking into it, and I'm not sure if this scared him off or what, but he stopped putting out content after I sent this back to him.
Yeah, that's what we look for when we're out in the field, and that's a great shot of a translucent.
Yeah.
Here's also the other photo. I don't know if you've seen this one before, but it's the same things that we look for. This is another type of translucent. I mean, this one's in a tree, hanging in a tree off to the left of us, but if we was to walk underneath it, all it has to do is drop. Although we was carrying 8-foot spears at that time. And here's a different one, also hanging in a tree, waiting for us. And then yours right here, that's
looks like a
yeah.
For what?
inside.
Yeah, and that's a great catch right there. I mean, it's how they stack up, like Tracky was saying. I mean, mentioning to me that I think she got a couple pictures she wants to show too, but that's how they do. They stack up. They don't show the complete face, so it looks like 6 eyes or 8 eyes right there. Actually, there's like a lot more in there. Not just those.
Yeah, and those other pictures they changed, like they changed too. There's some added, and some have gone. You know, and the other two when you can zoom in on them. But,
Yeah, we'll do that.
You know, that reminds me of, I think it was Walt was talking about how the males carry all the babies on them. I mean, he saw that. I thought that was fascinating.
Yeah.
Tell them about, if you would tell them about the one that you're talking about this morning that was in the hunting photo. It was actually two. It was one laying across the back of the other, and it looked like one dude.
Yeah. Oh, we had seen this photo of a huge Bigfoot. Now it's going around the internet too. There's like a little, well, it looks little, but it's a black bear, and it's a big Bigfoot that it kind of, they didn't know what that was, but and we didn't want to put it on here because it's not our photo. But it's whenever I seen it, I said that's exactly what I was trying to draw, but I couldn't get the body type right, but that's exactly what I was trying to draw. But when you look at it, you're gonna see that big Bigfoot, and it's about what, 20-something foot, probably. It's about 20 foot. Because that bear, I probably think it's at least 4 foot, you know, off the ground on all fours. So that thing right there made it look like it was 5-6 times its, you know, if not more than that, the size of it. But there's actually, because it looks multicolored, but it's actually a big black one, but it's got another one or two laying on top of it on the back. So it's being carried. It's a male. And so the ones that are on his back is added camouflage also because it's a different color. And so we're just trying to show everybody that, but yeah, they the males carry the small ones, and the women are the females are the hunters, the DNA collectors, the first to get to the blood, first to get to everything. So
I don't know where my thing is. I don't know if you can see that.
oh, is that dude?
Can you see
Oh,
that?
okay. Barely, we can barely see it. Wonder if I can click on just one.
I'm not-
Let me adjust the phone, son.
We didn't, everybody stay with us. We're just blowing up one channel, and then we're going to go back to the other ones, Parkway and Pyro and Danette. Mr. L's here. There we go.
Stay still.
You're moving because you're drawing stuff I can't. You're helping. You're taping you, man.
Just thought I'd jump on.
The women are the females are the hunters, the DNA collectors.
It says everybody can hear and see me.
Yes, Mr. L.
No problem.
We can hear you. Tennessee, will you read that? We can't quite see it.
But we can hear the audio. It was just hard to make out.
Yeah, I'm gonna let Matthew read that to you. Tell me what you think about this verse.
Okay.
And it's from Jude 1:6, King James Version. Jude 1:6. And the angels which kept not their first estate, but left their own habitation, he hath reserved in everlasting chains under darkness unto the judgment of the great day.
So
Say
that
that
was
first part again.
Jude 1:6. And the angels which kept not their first estate, but left their own habitation, he hath reserved in everlasting chains under darkness unto the judgment of the great day. So is that saying they're chained to darkness?
Very prophetic verse.
Mhm.
And if they're around, they have darkness. Darkness is with whoever they're around.
It's a powerful end times verse.
Okay.
Everything is
I think Mr. L has YouTube on. That's right.
not been released yet, but there's
So
still plenty.
Matt wants to know if that's related to Sasquatch. I mean, that's related to all the creatures, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is. And they're a part of the that judgment day, whenever everything just comes the way it's been planned out to be.
There's still a lot in the earth.
Not that it's related, but I
There we
saw
go.
next week or this week, you're supposed to be able to see 5 of the 9 planets at sunrise. Be an interesting sight.
It really does all
Yeah.
matter, though.
Mr. L, do you have your TV on or something in the background? We're getting a lot of.
I can turn my camera on if you like.
No. It's like something in your background because
Oh, I know what you're talking. Is
yeah,
that better?
perfect. That's perfect.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This I'm a novice on this.
Right on mushroom.
And that
Don't
means
worry,
that means very little experience.
I was gonna
I
say,
just want-
well, don't worry about it. You're in perfect company.
I appreciate you letting me jump on there because now I help you balance out the screen. You got 6 cameras now.
I think we can hold up to 10 as well.
Oh wow.
So
Yeah, that's
he's
amazing.
on a little bit. Then I think Zeke just now finished it up. He's kind of like, I can't leave any food in my bowl.
I'm going to turn my camera on and wave real quick.
okay.
This is brand new. I appreciate Tennessee. I could tell you just a real quick story. I had a strong urgency to pray for him. This was, no longer than probably a week and a half ago. And I had no idea of what he was going through or anything such as that. But about 4 days after I had that inspiration to pray for him, I found out that he was going through some real bad stuff. And that's just how the spirit connects and works and blesses each one of us in these kinds of ways. And I'll tell you what, I sure appreciate that aspect of this channel and the people that express that view on here. And now I can't hear a thing.
Actually,
Oh, nobody's talking.
can you hear me? Can you hear
Oh,
us? Anybody?
Yeah.
Everybody?
We can hear you.
I have my mic off. I want to say thank you, Mr. L, for praying for us. We really appreciate it. I think there's a lot of people that felt that need, and I appreciate so many of you. You know, it's been like a white light came into this place. So I think obviously there was a lot of people that helped us because we had something monkeying with us. But thank you, Mr. L, very much, and we appreciate it.
Well, it's the inspiration. When you stay tuned in and connected with the works of the Holy Spirit, these kinds of things happen on a regular basis. And that's, I've been listening to Jerry and Ella's channel. We found you guys like, oh my, it was like way back. It was last year. I mean, it was, summertime, something like that. Late spring last year. And just been in the background listening, watching, learning every single program and rewatching a lot of things and learning so many things. And
Your quiet
when you hear
support
me,
means a whole lot to us. We can hear you
and
great, and your support
Yeah.
has meant a lot.
And sometimes we think that is anybody listening?
I was listening to the testimony of Tennessee's son here about 15 minutes ago, and that was powerful. That was really powerful. And
Yeah,
I'll tell you what, that's a special thing. And to know that you are in a good standing with the Lord, whereas He would speak to you and move with you and trust you to, on the behalf of your friend, and used as a righteous tool in these last days to do things like that. And I really say, I think a lot more of this is getting ready to happen just like that.
Yeah, we need a lot of good warriors, like Jerry says. I learned it from him. He's the original warrior in my realm. I mean, I got some good fathers, grandfather, dad. There's lots of good warriors. And y'all helped me to be stronger, who I should trust in myself to be.
Trial and error.
Yes.
And
Lots of it.
I've learned on this channel for sure the aspect, excuse me, where iron sharpens iron.
Hey.
And hallelujah for that.
That's right.
Yeah. Amen.
Matt,
It gets heated sometimes.
it gets heated sometimes.
We all go through some hard stretches in our life, but I kind of take comfort in the fact that the devil doesn't go after the ones he's already got. I heard that story the other day. He goes after those that that are with God. That in the godly way. The ones he's already got in his pocket, he doesn't worry about. So if you're going through
I
something,
like that.
just keep going through it. He doesn't have you.
Keep on the side of victory, because he don't like it when you're getting close to victory.
Well, then he's got a problem then.
Nathan
That's
says
right. I'm
Jeremiah
hating on demons.
27.
That's good.
Nathan in the chat says Jeremiah 27:17.
That's a good one.
But yeah, like you were saying, Mr. L, that this is that group. This is that everyone here knows what what's real, what's known, and what we're up against, or we're well, kind of like what we were saying yesterday, that the spiritual warriors, all of us, we may feel like we're under attack, but it's our families,
Yes.
our children, they want to, more than anything, break or put a chink in our armor. So they're going to use our family, our friends, whatever they
Our
can, or whoever
our
they can.
neighbors,
Neighbors, people you hadn't heard of. I mean, talk to you in 10 years. We'll call you when you start getting in this to try to get some kind of energy directed to them and away from what you're supposed to be doing.
the spiritual aspect, warfare side, yes, I'm very familiar with, but up until 7 months ago, finding you guys on here, we had no idea all this stuff was out there in the woods and out there by the river and all this stuff. I mean, we didn't have a clue that these things were actually out there, and it didn't take very long watching and listening and checking this channel out to find out just how connected everything actually was and is.
Yeah.
And then we just look back and say, well, thank the Lord, when we were younger, that, we didn't, I guess, have some of these scary, terrible, emotional setbacks that we have heard on this channel, and the truth about these stories. And there is no possible way that these are our friendly, our forest friends. And it took us a couple months of watching to get our head wrapped around that idea. But once you understood it, why, you understand the connection. So yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've been in the woods my entire life since I was a kid. I was raised in Georgia. I've run these mountains in Tennessee. I've raised 3 boys here, and it wasn't until 2 years ago when this started that we got attacked. And so this is all new as far as I'm concerned. As far as these creatures coming and into our woods and into our neighborhoods, I don't know, 5 or 10 years. Because I tell you what, I have backwoods camp. Me and Tina's backwoods camp. You guys would not believe. I spend more time in the woods. I'm a prospector. I'm gold hunting. I'm down in Coker Creek, and it's been in about the last 5. It's got to be the last 5 or 10 years. They're coming through the cracks. So and it lines right up with the scripture. So we're definitely seeing the mess coming. There's no doubt about it.
It lines up.
Yeah.
And you act like you're so experienced, Tennessee, that it looks like you've been doing this 10, 15 years easy.
Yeah. Well, how come you get so much bad luck? I went up to Kentucky, me and my son went up there,
right,
and we got beat up. And so I'm like, all right, forget that. We'll go panning down near Chattanooga, Tennessee, down Coker. And if we didn't get down there, and if we didn't have Bigfoot stuff all over down there, and I'm like, and then I go back to my home, and Jerry and them come out, and we put out cameras. I don't put cameras out because I get tired of looking at them. I know you guys like to look at the pictures and all, but I'm like, I'm tired of looking at them. I don't even want to look at them no more.
I could put it. I could.
cameras down here.
You could sit there and watch them out there with the little beady eyes, blinking eyes all night long if you want. But they're everywhere, all the way from Kentucky to Knoxville down to Chattanooga, and I'm afraid North Carolina. We were out there. You can't go in the woods anywhere. They're everywhere now.
LJ, Georgia, they have the deers fucking.
Yeah, LJ, Georgia. That's down there where my parents live, and Matthew found one that had its head. Someone it took a deer's head, stuck it up its boohoo.
Everything on the insides were out,
and everything on the inside was out. And that's so. I mean, you can't go. This is brand new, 5-10 years, mind blowing stuff. And I know everybody's being blown away because we're all hit and trying to get up to speed fast on what is going on. And and I'm like you. I got attacked, so I'm hearing all these people saying. I'm watching all this good stuff, and I finally found Jerry because I'm like, well, whatever was out there didn't like me, so I'm not sure if I'm chasing Bigfoot or what, you know. So it took me a long time to find someone that was actually had a different viewpoint, and that's a good thing about coming across Jerry's station was actually seeing someone that understood that these things were what I was dealing with wasn't friendly, and then we had them 2 owls come in from 2 ridges, and as they're coming in fast and they're getting hooty, crazy. And by the time they got to us, they were coyotes. Now, that's insane. I mean, this is crazy stuff that no one would ever believe.
Yeah. Just want to throw in
Yeah.
the towel.
Yeah.
Shifting around and acting like one thing and being another, and
all that
trickery. All those things are in Scripture.
Yeah. And I hadn't studied that part of Scripture at all. I'm just now starting to really figure out. I better get to that book.
Yeah.
That's
They
the
should
problem with believing in
increase
senseless.
faith when they see things happening that are in the Bible. We can't let it scare us. We know, okay, more confirmation. All right, we're on the right path. We're on the right track.
Yeah.
The Bible also tells you this trap is here. There's a trap over there. There's a pass over here. You'll lock up and get secure. You can go this way. You know, it's got a lot of information on how to be safe and walk. You know?
Best tracker manual ever.
I'm not sure how many more like Jerry's out there. I know. What's his name? Last name. Vault is telling the truth. I'm glad to see he's like Jerry. He comes out and tells people. He goes to those conferences and makes them all mad because he tells the truth. So I got to give these people they got to give these people something. They're trying. I mean, they care about people, you know, and they don't want people to get hurt.
I just heard of his name 2 or 3 days ago. I never heard of that channel until about 2 or 3 days ago. You know.
Watch that interview with Jerry and him. Those guys, they dumped out more information than I've had in a long time. When you put those two together, there was a lot of information. Amazing information. Jerry's got a lot of information.
I remember things.
Yeah, I believe it.
You remember when Matthew said that? He goes, I said, man, y'all can build everything and fix anything. And Matthew goes, and well, what about Ella? She's a great artist, makes everything great. And he looked at me and goes, and you remember things.
That's really great, though.
I forgot.
Yeah. That's Matthew's quality. He remembers everything. He's got one of those kind of memories. He's got the same thing you got, Jerry. He remembers everything.
Yep.
Well, where I'm located up here in Indiana is where I'm at. Now, I'm in the very central part of Indiana. But south of me, 150 miles south of me, there is a 100-mile radius circle. And all of our activity and all of our stories and all of everything that we've been learning about on this channel is right down there. So I don't get much of a chance to get down in there, but I've seen quite a bit of stuff when I'm out in the woods in the spring mushroom hunting, which is coming up here pretty quick like. And last year, after I first started watching Jerry and this channel, I found my first signs out there along the creek where I knew exactly what I was looking at.
Wow.
And I never seen it before because I had never been exposed to that knowledge. But once I seen it right off the bat, I knew immediately what I was looking at.
But you know, it's gotten,
Breaks and bends and all kinds of weirdness piled up out there.
Right.
And stuff you never even know.
It's gotten much worse since 2020.
Yeah. I was trying to count. I know 5 places, total different places. Every one of them got activity. So that's here in Tennessee. And I don't think there are many places that don't have activity. At least everywhere I go, they're there.
Yeah. Every time I go to the woods, I see a sign sometime.
We'd, Jerry and them were out. We went up to Big Ridge State Park, and that's a park up here. And I'd went up there for a walk, just for a walk. And we got up there. They had a tree upside down, leaned up against another tree. I did talk to those park rangers, and they just smiled at me. I said, "What happened to that tree?" They never even told me. It disappeared. The whole tree that was upside down, a 40-foot tree, disappeared. So first of all, they put it on the trail. But anyway, the point is, I don't care where you go, they're around now. So that's, I don't know what, I just want people to understand, like Jerry and everybody, that these things they're hunting us now, and it's probably going to get worse. Yeah, they're creeping closer, man.
I've noticed
Their prints to be outside children's bedroom windows and blinds to be right outside children's bedroom windows and play areas.
Yeah.
Real quick, I did have a question for Jerry. So, as I was walking along the path last year, mushroom hunting, and I was, going down through there, all of a sudden, I ran across a tree. And somebody or something had taken and carved a face in the side of the tree. It was like somebody took their fingers and stuck into the tree and just carved out the eyes, carved out the nose, the mouth, and everything. And it was probably like a foot and a half tall, about 8 inches wide, right there on the tree. And it was the weirdest thing of all. So I took a picture of it.
Do you have that picture?
I do have it. I don't know how to access it right now on here.
Oh, how about Facebook? Could you send it to me in Messenger, and I can put it on here?
Okay. Or maybe email.
Yeah. Yeah, and we can also have a different time about this too with
Yeah,
Mr.
yeah,
Full.
yeah.
You with me.
Yeah, I just thought I'd throw that out there real quick. I've been wondering about that for over 6 or 7 months.
Well, I would have to see it first. I would have to see it first, but one thing you can look for is that the Bigfoot will chip a lot of that out. They do use tools. They do use weapons, of course, but most of the time when they're doing things, it's with their hands. Also, like on like stone or cave art, it's you'll see that they'll scrape just the top layer of the stone, just chip it off, and you'll see like a hand or a face or we was in Colorado. We got a picture of two big, huge feet that was kind of basically carved out of stone. So when you find those things, if this is what it is, that's their territory. That's where they're at. They're letting you know this is our area. Don't come through there. And was it new or was it old? Do you think?
Um, it looked like it could be about a year old from the color of the tree bark and whatnot. It wasn't real
What
old. I mean, yeah, and it was
what about
the
hikers or
tree.
campers or anything like that in that area?
Oh yeah, a lot of hikers, and
Okay,
the
we
tree.
can't rule that out, but that photo is gonna be great. And the tree,
Okay,
what?
yeah,
The tree?
the tree. Like I was saying, the tree itself was actually like 2 feet off of the trail, so it was put there to get visual attention for sure.
Okay.
I, Mister, I can tell you something I think about trees. There's some things I don't like to talk about, even with all the people on this channel that believe in Bigfoot, because then they'll really think I'm crazy. But let me throw this one at you just to put in your.
Okay.
This is probably when my sound starts breaking up, but we'll try this. I got a friend that can talk to trees, I guess you could say. Anyway, and I've seen them, and a lot of people say that's demonic and all that, but I don't want to get down on that road. I'm just going to say,
Right.
from what I'm going to say is that, Jesus went out in the wilderness for 40 days, and the way I
And
believe
40
it
nights.
works, 40 nights, the way I believe it works is he put unconditional love in trees. Now, what happens is trees hold demons. That's where the demons, you can put a demon in a tree, and when the tree dies, the demon dies. And so a
Oh,
lot of trees, you'll see faces on the front of them and you'll see feet on the back. Now, you could take a Bible, rub against that tree, and that demon will move around, and the tree actually likes it. It thinks it's funny because the demons cannot get out once you put them in a tree. And, just
that's
wanted to
just
throw that at you. I know it's crazy, but sometimes some people might understand that. But trees, they take all the negative energy and all the soul and all the demons, and because they got unconditional love, they got Jesus love in them. They trees will give themselves for another tree. Trees when they tell you to ground yourself, you put your feet on the ground. Well, the roots are underneath you. What's grounding to what you're doing is the trees. They take all negatives because they have unconditional love, and so I know it's crazy, but that's one of the things I do believe that might be right. Just
no, that's another aspect I never thought of or
no, you
heard
won't.
of. So yeah,
I know a
And
man. I know a man whose brother urinated on a tree. He was a Pakistani man. His brother urinated on a tree and said that there was a jinn in the tree, and no prior history of mental illness. The brother became possessed, and it took 3 years, I believe, for him to be able to
wow.
break out of that,
Right.
be delivered from that.
From that tree. Yeah, so it could have been, you know, like you said, who knows whether this is true or not.
And so
Mhm.
what happened? Did the spirit get onto the guy after he contacted the tree? Then I'm assuming.
Yes, that they said that he had offended the demon that was in the tree. DJIN,
Okay.
what they call, but he had offended the demon that lived there when he urinated on the tree and attached to him, and just
Wow.
plagued him 3
Yeah.
years.
Yeah, I didn't know the demons could get out of the trees, but they must have found a way to get out. Because they they put demons into the trees. Some I don't even know how you throw them into trees, or they throw them into the ground. You people that do demon work, I don't know, but I guess you throw them in the ground, but you're actually throwing them in the ground, and the roots of the tree will take a demon, and they will keep them until that tree dies. So that's how a lot of people get rid. I don't know nothing about getting rid of demons at all. That's not even. I mean,
Oh,
you know.
it's a real deal.
Yep. There's tribes up in the north that they're called the false face. And what they'll do is they'll find a soft tree and they'll carve out a face or a mask that they use in ceremonies. But these masks, they're not, well, in ceremonies, we have our own face. We don't need a mask. So this tribe will cut this mask out of the tree, and if the tree lives, then that mask has the tree's energy. But they're not making them to be sunshine or smiles. They're having distortion faces. Eye here, eye there. It's dark, and then they put long hair like a Bigfoot around it all over the place, and they have to feed those masks blue corn mush every year. They also have to give it like corn foods, so to appease that mask. So yeah, the trees do have those spirits in them, and a lot of them are evil, and a lot of tribes don't know that they're using these things wrongly. Even some of the dances, ceremonies, the clan, even some of the clans' names, they don't understand that those are predators and those are demons. Those are like a dark dance ceremony. They do it with a shadow dance where they're appeasing the shadows when they dance all night. It's in a dim room, kind of where the shadows will come off of their robes, or their, not the robes, but their shawls, and that they are doing ceremonies for shadow people, demon tree spirits, predator clans, and things like that. So they don't know, and it's hard. I mean, it was hard for me just to explain some things like that to them because they've been using it for generations. They don't understand that it's bad, but it is. So.
Yeah, I just found out.
The place where we got the Bigfoot in the hoodie photo, there's a tree in that yard that is a portal. They see the strangest things coming up out of there. When the ring camera takes photos, it might look like a nun. It's one time it looked like Bigfoot. It's looked like hooded figures.
Changes form.
Yeah, I just talked to my friend, and he said that guy took that demon, by the one that peed on the tree. He accepted it, so it's kind of a screw up on his part.
Well, he had a chink in his armor.
What's that?
He had a chink in his armor. He had no armor.
Yeah, I think he that's what my friend says. Without getting in trouble, I got a little mute. Yeah. He says you could take a demon out of a tree like you could put a demon in a tree. So, you know, people got to watch that because the trees hold demons. We have this one big tree that's up there in the middle of where they slaughtered about 20 Indians on that hill, and they buried those guys on those spots where they fell. And that tree reached out its roots, probably the size of a football field, to some of those, and took all that energy and all that negativity into it. And it's a big giant tree, and it's dying, but it's taking all that negative energy with it. Just to give you an example of what trees do. It's just, you know, I know there's a lot of unknown things that we're all trying to figure out.
It gives pause to the idea of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil.
Right.
Yeah, right. It's got both.
And also the people who take those masks from the tree and those spirits, that they don't take it from a hardwood tree, they take it from like a balsam or a softwood tree. So also like the soft trees and the pine trees, those are hybrid trees. Those aren't like the oak trees. Those.
My friend says. Well, you know, audio and sound's doing great tonight. I mean, we had a few turns, you know. I tried a different phone, but I think the internet services just kind of got calmed down, and it seems like everybody's staying connected. It's good to be able to talk for a change. I'll tell you that much.
It is. It really is. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll say thank God. I think it's probably because of everybody's prayers that we were able to have a communication.
Yeah, the timing has just worked out really nice. Excuse me.
Realize that those were corrals.
Private.
Yeah, it's a private meetings are the best.
Impromptu.
For the like what we call tree line skirting and corrals, chutes. You call them different things, but you're looking at the same thing that we show people. When did you realize that those were traps and snares? And
Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. I can hear you.
Are you there, Parkway? Oh, he's I don't know if he has his own mute. His own mic muted. But he's here. He's here. I can see. Parkway. Tracker E was asking. Maybe I just speak louder. I don't know. But she was asking, when did you first notice? And she's saying that everything that you're seeing and calling, like you would say spikes, we say land spikes. So it's the same things. She said you said something else that we call corrals. But she was wondering when you first started noticing that in those areas, or where you're showing all that information from.
when did you first realize those were traps?
I guess about six. Oh, excuse me. I guess about 6 years ago, I just noticed builds. You know, tree structures, constructs in the forest that wasn't done by. It wasn't nature. About 6 years ago. And this was on a place called Booger Mountain, which had its stories. Yeah, so growing up, we had Booger Rock and Booger Mountain.
Booger Mountain.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's stories.
Holler Creek, Booger, Demon Pond, Devil's Throat.
Yeah.
The
There's
names really matter.
Those names matter.
Yeah, I'm still researching that, and there's reasons why those are named for that.
Yeah, that's what they call them up in Kentucky, boogers.
Native American.
Well, to me, the boogers are like the little ones, but that's just me because there's some mean bastards, and then there's little. They're actually boogers. They're little clown. It's probably the juvies. The juvies are more like the boogers because they're the more to sit up on your roof with a stick and just beat it just to see if you'll come outside. That's juvies. They stay in trouble. They're the ones that really cause all the havoc. That's my opinion.
Boogers.
They're
Boogers.
learning how to
Straight out
hunt.
the nose.
Juvies are probably the worst because they just
Pyro, are you inside a car? Because I see blue eyes. Looks like something looking through your window.
Yeah, that's probably the background city there.
I just see two eyes in the back. Like, I
Yeah.
hope you see that.
We'll let you know if we see any red ones.
Yeah.
Let me turn you around the lake here and show you it's all I'd have got you dizzy, but it's probably too windy out there.
No, we seen it all. Get back in the car. We're good.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what language it is, but the little ones maybe what they call the puckwudgies, or what most people are used to hearing. But, we call a lot of them just little people. We kind of maybe group it into one group, and that there's a difference there. That the little people look like little Indians, little people actually, and I think the puckwudgies is something different. It's part of the demon. But yeah.
There's a lot of little people up in your area, isn't there?
Yes, there is. Yeah. Yeah, where I grew up, our whole family lived in this one area down on the creek in the valley there, and we had about maybe 10, 15 cousins about the same age and growing up, and they always liked to pick on certain ones, or they would even go off with them, and disappear for most of a day or whatever before they let them come back with them. They said, and we'd be out looking for them and hollering around, and we couldn't find them, right there. And they said their trails are right there through our yard, go under the house, and everywhere, and you all just couldn't see us when you were looking for me. So it creeped me out, from a young age, growing up with that. And yeah, it's just something we grew up with.
Same here. We seen the big orbs of the beach ball size and bigger, house shaking, shadow people. Talked about the little people, but with the little people, we were told not to follow them, not to follow those lights, those orbs, because they will take you. Or also a reason that they would take you is to either teach you medicine, good to be a good medicine person or a bad medicine person.
Yeah.
But some of them didn't come back. But that was one of the things they would tell us: don't ever chase those lights. Don't go. And at that time, I didn't understand they were talking about orbs until I, seen, what they really were. But that's what we were told also.
Yeah.
And also not to say certain words, in English, we would say it like ghost. But in like Choctaw language, we were not allowed to say that, or not supposed to. Of course you can, but we don't say it because if there's one in the area, you're calling it, you're opening the door, you're welcoming it by just making that acknowledgement with it, by saying that name. So
yeah, like the tale of Bloody Mary, don't say that in the mirror, however many times or whatever. It's similar to that. Just
Thank you, Mr. L.
It's gonna get cold tonight.
Is it? Oh, we're getting ready, huh?
Yeah. Turn down that flame. Turn it up.
I'm sure a lot of people enjoy looking at that old wood stove.
I like it.
It burnt for many years. We got this thing like 15 more years ago.
Wow. Good. I remember cutting wood for that stove.
Yeah, we're still burning.
We're still burning all of that.
We're still running that kindling.
We're still running the kindling too.
Still stepping over the yard.
We're still stepping over it in the yard.
We got to pick up more.
We still got kindling to pick up from what you've already picked up.
I think we, Tracker E and myself picked up the whole forest out there, I think.
You did. Y'all cleaned it up. Y'all cleaned it up. Y'all are the best.
It was fun.
Clear and clean.
An excuse to be outside too.
Yeah.
So I think we're good on our video and audio. What do you think, Els?
Yeah, let me see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got what on your settings. Can you turn your mic up so you don't have to sit so close? Can you check that?
We turned it up as much as we could. We need to get what
Okay.
they told us, another little piece.
Another piece. Okay.
Yeah,
That
they
sounds
said
better.
if you want to sound a little bit better, you have to get another little piece.
Okay.
Yeah, then
Oh, you
once
wanted
we
it to sound good.
yeah, oh, you wanted it to sound good. We thought you just wanted to talk. They've been nickel and diming us, and so now they want us to get this thing called a phantom pack, so then we can talk back here instead of right here. So they're nickel and diming us little by little. For this $30 mic, which works good, I need about $200 worth more of equipment to run it though.
Right. Yeah. Well, it's the way the world's going. I go to watch, I go to watch some on YouTube and there's a live and I'm like, hey, let's go see what's going on. It's always funner just to go in and talk to people live. It's got like that on Facebook and YouTube. And so I guess that's the way it's going, right? Everybody's live now because,
TV sucks.
yeah, there ain't nothing on TV. That's not anything for anybody. There's nothing good on that thing ever. And but luckily people can get together and and I get off here with you and then I'll turn around and go over there and there'll be some and I subscribe to too many Bigfoot channels. I need to get rid of about half of them because I go in and then start yapping and then they'll do like you here, have a link, come on in. I'm like, oh Lordy, look what I've got myself into. But I think all of us Bigfoot people are getting a chance to talk, so that's big news. That's big. It's good for everybody. Yeah. But yeah, I appreciate you guys putting together a test.
Private test.
A private test.
Private between how many people? 30, 40?
Yeah.
Everybody keep coming out. Everybody keep coming.
Jerry is a MacGyver. He will take a picture off of one phone. He'll take a picture of another phone from one phone. I've seen him do stuff like that. I'm like, this guy, I ain't ever seen people do that stuff. I'm technically pretty good, but Jerry's amazing. He'll take one iPhone and record another iPhone with it. I'm like, I ain't never seen that done. He's got stuff I never thought about doing. He does.
We're just working with what we got.
Yep.
If people seen some of the things that he'll build, he'll put a mirror out. He put a mirror in front of a cam, and they'll hide right behind that trail cam, and they'll sit there, and you can see where they will sit right behind it. So he'll put a mirror on the other side. Oh, it just, I think they leave just out of aggravation. They get so aggravated with the tricks, they can't keep up with the tricks because they are studying everything you do.
It's a chess match.
So
the more you change things up, the more they just can't handle it. They know that they're getting caught. Their feet print are getting caught. That there's too many. They give up. They leave. But yeah, but it was a good test, and I appreciate. I feel good to have a little talk, and I'm happy Mr. L came in. He's been trying to talk to me, but we just now getting enough energy to get back to work. You know, we went and filled propane tanks today, and yesterday we were working on a disc plow, trying to get ready to put some tobacco in. So we've been busy. And with this thing that hit us, we were all out of business for almost a week or so. Yeah. Well, we don't have a job in man's world, but with nature's world, it never stops. God never lets us rest. We're always got to go. We got animals to feed. We got seeds to plow. We got harvest to put up. We got, and we wouldn't have it no other way. Wood to chop, dogs to feed. Don't end, does it, Matthew?
Doesn't end.
We got one hen getting ready to go brooding on us, so we're excited. You could put about 12, 14 eggs under one hen, and so we're looking forward to getting a whole bunch of peeps this year, and we're about ready to start feeding them that Purina chicken food just so we can slow down production.
Slow down production.
Yeah, if you got too much egg production, feed them that chicken food from the store. If you want to slow down your egg production, feed them chicken pellets from Tractor Supply.
I was going to ask Pyro for one more second of your time. Ella wants to show you another translucent compared to yours also. And here is yours, Pyro. The translucence by the trees also. And I'll have Tracker E explain these other ones also.
I don't know how well it translates on your screen. Do you see the faces?
Yeah.
This
I don't
is
want
in
to.
the big yes, you see? This is in the big thicket area of East Texas. This is near the portal that we closed.
Hmm.
This is another one. Can you tell the... If it's too close, you can't see. You have to back up a little bit. But do you see this face is stacked again in the same kind of manner?
Yeah.
This one is over where we caught the Bigfoot in the hoodie. Also at least three faces there, and they were more translucent, and these were surrounding the homeowner's vehicle.
And Pyro, whenever we have you on, I would say Thursday or Sunday of next week if you're available.
Yeah, that sounds okay. That sounds good for me.
Yeah, and we want to go back over all that total because there's a lot of people who probably won't catch us, but we want to have one of just you by yourself so we can get into more detail and explanation and show you some of our things also and talk about your area.
All righty. Sounds good.
Parkway too, we'll be getting you on.
And Mr. L also.
And Mr. L. Yeah, there's so many people.
There is.
Need to be heard.
Yeah.
I'll try to get somewhere I can have a little light on me, maybe. I might just leave my camera off, but maybe you'll be able to see me a little bit.
However you want to do it, we just want to make sure you're in a safe area.
Yeah.
Oh, we know you're safe, though. We know you're safe. You got your armor.
Yep. I'll give them what for anyway.
I've got one thought on those clears. I don't know if it's true or not, but I hear there might be like some kind of feline type spirit stuff. Just for whatever that's worth to anybody, but that's kind of what I've been gathering from. And I know that's crazy too, because I mean they're Bigfoots, but it's kind of like a But you know how Bigfoots are; they're mixed with everything. But I think that what I was hearing, those the translucents are more like a kind of like a cat feline Bigfoot. So it's kind of
We have
scary. I
photos
think
of
the
the
other ones are
cat.
like bear Bigfoots, huh?
We have photos of the feline features too. The cat people do. It's just all mutations.
Yeah, right. So I think a lot of the big brown ones are like bear mixed spider looking things, but I don't know. That's just something I don't know if it's true or not. Don't have
Yeah,
no idea to prove anything.
yeah, my father's had experience with the feline appearing one, and thought it was just a big bobcat at first, and his dad come up and told him quit throwing rocks at that. That's not what that is. It was one of those.
Yeah, you said.
Yeah, but another channel has a good picture of one that's feline looking. He's up in Canada. I forget his name, but yeah, he's got.
Yeah, I mean
It's out there. There's all kinds. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's pretty scary thinking about you got the Bigfoot bear looking things, but I can imagine a Bigfoot lion or a Bigfoot tiger. I'm gone. I'm gone. I ain't ever going in the woods again now. That's, they don't get into Bigfoot. Don't get into the robot Bigfoots, the government breeded half programs. we don't even want to go there. We'll just stay in what we, we don't, this don't even, I don't even want to, the mutants and all that. That's another whole story that would take forever. Well, Jerry, thank you very much for having me on for this private session. I appreciate it. I'll go ahead and cut off so
We're gonna watch a private session.
so I'm gonna watch this private session.
If you can hold on a second, Tracker E, I'm sorry, Tracker E wants to close with some words, and then we'll all close for the night. And thank you for me, and also I'm sure for the help that we got tonight in testing this.
Yes, thank you to everyone that was willing to come in here and help us test it, and thank you to everyone in the chat very much. We're glad you're here, and Father, we want to cover everyone that is here in this shelter of you, and we just love you. Thank you for letting us assemble here. These are the best. These are the best church moments to me. In Jesus' name.
Okay, everyone have a great night. And don't forget, tomorrow night we have a special guest. You're going to want to be here for that. We're going to go into a lot of detail, a lot of things people don't know, but you need to listen to this man tomorrow. And then we have our Friday morning tracker talk. So trackers, don't forget, Friday morning, 9:30 a.m. Morning tracker talks. So everybody have a great night, and we will see y'all again very soon. Good night, warriors.
Good night. Love everybody.
Love y'all.